Hey everybody, it's your boy JJ Columbia here, back with some more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Last time, we got our third gym badge in the form of the Cobble badge, got ourselves a new outfit, and helped Dawn out get her Pokedex back from Team Galactic. Today, we're going to go on a little bit of a side tangent here, and check out this area right in here. Excuse me. This is the Great Marsh, which is essentially this game's version of the Safari Zone. So what you can do here is that there is, if you pay 500 Poké Dollars, you can catch as many Pokemon as you like. Okay, it's not entirely true. So you get 30 Safari Balls, and you're able to explore the Great Marsh. In this area, you can actually see some of the Pokemon you're able to catch here, such as Azurill, Meryl, with Azurill. These binoculars tell you what Pokemon are available in each location, and some of these are actually pretty unique in that we haven't seen many yet, like Azurill, like Wooper and Quagsire. And every day, the Pokemon available in these areas change. I believe Psyduck here is one of those Pokemon, but specifically, there's more unique ones like Skorupi, Krogunk, Carnivine, and they're only available in this area on certain days. The days are not specific since they change daily, but they will be available only in this marsh. I don't think we've seen anything too unique yet. Psyduck may have been the most unique thing here. However, with the advent of the new Fairy type as of Pokemon X and Y, having an Azurill, Meryl, and Azumarill on your team could be decent if you actually need a Water type. And they have access to huge power as well, which gives them the chance to be really powerful. It's not my first Safari game, but why not? And they explain the Safari game to you right here. Get 30 Safari Balls, and that's the only kind of Pokeball you actually get access to in this area. Aside from that, she doesn't really explain another aspect of this place, which I will when we get the chance to, when we enter. I believe there's also a limited amount of steps you can actually take into this place too, with that being 500. But however, as soon as you go into this place, this is easily missable but very important. This Ace Trainer here to the right, if you talk to him, he found those during the Safari game, which is the TM for Defog. Defog is available in a different location in Platinum. However, it's required in this game if you want to advance. And as for the Great Marsh, let's go to Area 4 here. There are 6 different areas of the Great Marsh, with each containing a different Pokemon, and different encounters for each area. Area 4 is now where I wanted to go to, so let's go to Area 2. I'm pretty sure I make this error pretty much every single time I go into the Great Marsh. But yes, this is where I wanted to go. There are small bogs you can actually fall down to if they're deep enough, but you can get out of there if you move around a little bit. And here we go, first encounter of the Great Marsh. Psyduck. So I'll show you here how the Great Marsh works. We can throw a Safari Ball, we can throw Bait, which makes the Pokemon more likely to stay, but makes them harder to catch. We can throw Mud, which makes them easier to catch, but angers them and makes them more likely to run away. Because in this area, Pokemon can run away from you. It is a bit annoying, but there's not really much that can be done about that. Throwing Mud and Bait strategically can help you raise your chances to catch Pokemon here, but you have to be very careful with them. If it says they're watching carefully, that's essentially they're saying they're doing nothing for this turn, but they can run away if they choose to. So I'm going to throw a bit of Mud here. As you can see, they get angry from it. But they're still watching carefully. And if we throw another ball here, the first one choked 2 times. And he still choked twice. You'll know if they run away because the game makes the same sound effect as if you were running away. And just break that immediately. Let's throw some more mud. As I said, Skorupi is in this area, and I considered using it for my team, but it's not something I'm going to end up using. I already have my full team planned out, and speaking of, I was looking into where I can get my next team member, how early I can get them, and apparently they're accessible now that I have defog. And there we go, Psyduck flees. If a Pokemon flees from you, don't worry too much. You do unfortunately miss out on them, but if it's a more common Pokemon, you can run into it again. But for now, let's keep going. Barrel. I think I still have my only barrel, so it's nothing too serious. Yeah, don't need it. And there's also a bit of items you can get here as well, like this Great Ball here. I don't think there's anything too necessary besides defog, so if you miss out on any items, don't feel too bad about it. Super Repel. I say that, but because of the number of TMs increasing in this game, or the locations changing, there might be a TM in here that I'll probably get either off screen or maybe if I just keep moving around. Because of the changes in this remake, as I said, I'm not going to know where everything is. But here we have a Marrow, which should be easier to catch than Psyduck. So let's give it a go. Yep, and there we go. The first of many great catches. The variety of Pokemon you can get in the Great Marsh does increase dramatically once you get to the National Dex in the post-game, but that won't be for a little while longer. Well, for a while at least. I may come back here and show off some of the new Pokemon you can get here, but there's no way I can really show them off all at once. There's a Noctowl. We haven't really encountered a Hoot Hoot or Noctowl yet, but I believe you can encounter a wild Hoot Hoot at nights on in Eterna Forest and the route to the right of Eterna City. I'm mostly wrong about that though, but even then, even though Hoot Hoot and Noctowl are rather rare, they're not really the best in the world. If you need a normal flying type, I'd recommend sticking with Staraptor. It's probably the best normal flying type in the whole series, or one of them at least. I mean, they're having case. I have seen a case of Noctowl with the ability Tinted Lens. I believe it has that ability, taking lives with some of the attacks it gets, like Hurricane, Moonblast, Psychic, Air Slash. I think it gets Echoed Voice as well. So yeah, I'm gonna potion when I don't really need one. But yeah, Noctowl can be good, but if you're looking for a normal flying type for this game, I do recommend Staraptor. It's him. It's the god. The king. Whooper. We cannot catch the king. And just like that, he's gone. Okay, I'll stop now. Wooper isn't the best Pokemon in the world in battle, but he's a really good choice. A Quagsire with the ability Unaware ignores any stat changes your opponent may have gone through, so if they're a +6 attack, it doesn't matter to a Quagsire. Plus, they get access to moves like Scald, Recover, Ice Beam, Earthquake, Earth Power, Toxic. I think I might have mentioned that. So yeah, Quagsire can be very bulky. It's not the best Pokemon in the world, but it can be reliable if you need a good water and ground type. And being good in the rain, being immune to sand, it's useful. I didn't really want to use it in my team because I already have a water type and I have a ground type in mind. But if you're ever looking for a solid Pokemon, Quagsire is a good choice. I really want to see if I can find one of the more unique Pokemon in this Great Marsh, but unfortunately I doubt I'd be able to. I mean, never say never, but it is what it is. If I can't find it, I can't find it. Hoot Hoot. Couldn't catch Noctowl. Let's see if I can catch Hoot Hoot. Also, why is Hoo so massive? Obviously, they just do that for the in-game battle spray. But imagine finding a bird almost as big as you are. And I know stuff like birds like ostriches and emus exist, but imagine finding an owl like Hoot Hoot that's almost as tall as you. I'd be terrified. Quag. Such a goofball. I love Quagsire. Every water and ground type Pokemon that exists is so gosh darn good. Quagsire is a goofball, but he's really good in battle. Swampert is a god. Whiscash, probably my least favorite of the water ground types, but still a decent Pokemon in its own right. Gastrodon is a really reliable Pokemon, just in general. I think that's all the water ground types for now. So it's a bit of a unique type too. I th um, I think that is all of them. I don't remember any more water ground types. They only have one weakness to grass, which is a bit of a heavy weakness because grass can be somewhat common with moves like Giga Drain, Solar Beam, Seed Bomb, Leech Seed. Doesn't do damage, but still, it's a dangerous move. Having only one weakness, even if it's a big weakness, but only one, really adds to the utility of a Pokemon, and I love that. There's no invincible Pokemon, but Water Grounds is such a good combination. Dark Ghost was kind of like that, where it had no weaknesses until Fairy type, but and that's where strategies like Wonder Tomb and Wonder Guard Sableye came about because of their overpowered abilities and types. But naturally, without hacking, without any cheats, I would say Water Ground could probably be my best bet for like a really good typing, or the best typing. I'm probably super wrong because like I'm no competitive Pokemon master, but just the utility of that type. Dark Ground is good. I mean, Dark Ghost is good too, but Water Ground I think is consistently one of the better types, having the best Pokemon and all too. So much honey that I'll probably never use. This guy's actually wrong here. He has it reversed. Bait makes them harder to catch, but easier to. Oh wow, really? Excuse me. Bait makes them harder to catch, but more likely to stay. Mud makes them more likely to flee, but easier to catch. And make our way back in here. I didn't get my fair share of the action here. Let's see what's down here. Hey, there we go. Something unique. Croagunk. I consider Croagunk as well for my party, with it being a poison and fighting type. However, I already have a fighting type with Monferno here, so I figured against it. And just like that, he's gone. Easy come, easy go. Croagunk itself is a really good Pokemon. It's a solid mixed attacker that with the ability Dry Skin can kind of counter a lot of water Pokemon with its ability, obviously. And it can switch into water type moves like Hydro Pump, Surf, even Scald, and just heal from them rather than take damage. And it can't even get burned from Scald either. It gets moves like Bulk Up, Swords Dance, I believe, Nasty Plot. So it's a good mixed attacker with attacks like Poison Jab, Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast, Brick Break. So if you need a good mixed attacker or just a solid Pokemon in general, Croagunk is also a good choice. Of the other Pokemon here, I keep saying I considered Skorupi for my party. With it being a Poison and Dark type, I keep saying Ground. Poison and Dark only has one weakness to Ground types, which is also very useful. However, with the stats of the water ground types like Quagsire and Swampert, it makes them really bulky while also having good attacking stats as well. or at least decent attacking stats. Whereas for Drapion, Scorpion Evolution, it's slow, but it has good attacking power, and especially with moves like Acupressure to raise its stats, Cross Poison, Night Slash. I believe it gets Gunk Shot as well. Um, Ice Fang, it can get Earthquake, and with its hidden ability of Sniper, you can actually use moves like Focus Energy. I believe it also gets that, and give it a Lansat Berry to raise its critical hits ratio. You can actually get a lot of crits that way, and they're super deadly. It's a bit of a niche strategy that doesn't work every time, but it can be dangerous if used correctly. That same strategy also worked with the Pokemon Inteleon in Sword and Shield. A bit harder to use as well, but with some really good moves, it can be a really powerful sweeper. Here I go rambling a little bit, but it's tough commentating when you're by yourself like this, like how I am. It's fun, but having a friend help you out is also really good to have. Excuse me. Ugh, still can't even speak English. I did mention this earlier, but Gosoboriku will be well, I can't promise he will be, but hopefully he'll be back at some point on commentary with me. I miss having him around. Hmm. The last unique encounter in the Great Marsh is, I believe, Carnivine. I've used it once. It was alright. It's a bit on the slower side, I remember it being. But it does get some pretty good moves like Power Whip, Crunch, Toxic. Well, I'll give it Toxic, I think. But unfortunately, I think that's really all I can do. At least when in the game I used it, which is Platinum. Did I use it Platinum or I used it Heart Gold? Regardless, it was Gen 4. But I believe now it gets Coil, which makes it a lot better, with raising its defense, attack, and accuracy, which is useful. But I still think that because of Carnivine's speed, it can't really utilize that attack stat. But anyway, Carnivore Krogunk. Won't use it on my party, but still need to have. Whoopa. Whoopa. I already caught a Whooper, so let's skip it. Excuse me. I don't know if I think they're only a daytime encounter, and I'm playing at nighttime. But you can also find Starly and Staravia here, and they're rather high level too, in the mid 20s. So I believe they should have stuff like Aerial Ace and other decently powered attacks. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure we've run into everything in this area. At least everything available to us now. Uh, yeah, I think we're good for now. But I'll explore until we run out of steps here. I haven't physically seen a Carnivine or Skorupi, but maybe they're just not in the area at this time. Maybe tomorrow, could be next week. But there are, as you probably tell by now, are Pokemon that are unavailable at this area. At least for specific times. Maybe we'll get lucky and see one, but we'll see what happens. Who knows? I might find a shiny out here. And before I jinx it and actually find one and it runs away. That would shatter my spirit. Oh, actually, I could do this. I haven't used it yet, so it could be a good time now. Because I actually have not run into everything yet. Pardon me. Barboach. Barboach is actually the other water and ground type I was talking about. Because unlike the other ones, it is still rather bulky, but it isn't all about bulk. It gets attacks like gets moves like Dragon Dance and Spark, surprisingly, even though it's a water type. So it has a chance to raise its attack and speed. However, because of its rather slow base speed and rather average attack stat, it can't really get going too well. And I think that is everything. I think there's only Gyarados left. Besides the, what I'm able to catch now, besides Starly and Staravia, is also Badu and Roselia. But I believe those are only daytime encounters, and since I'm playing at night, like I'm saying, it's not available at this time. I don't have a Magikarp yet, so why not? I think you can actually catch Gyarados here too, but haven't found one yet. And of course it runs away. I'll fish a little bit more. We've run into Meryl, but I don't think we've run into Azurill yet. I'll try fishing one time or another time, one or two times, maybe. I can do English every not at all. But I'm looking at a Bulbapedia here, and it says there should be Gyarados in this grass with a good rod, or in the water with a good rod, excuse me. And of course I can't fish anything up right now. But one or two more encounters. As for the daily Pokemon that change every day with the binoculars, there's Golduck, which is the evolved form of Psyduck. It's also rather rare. Roselia, Staravia, Skorupi, Krogunk, Carnivine. But this is for regular Diamond and Pearl, though. I haven't seen Brilliant Diamond. Okay, yeah. So you can run into Gyarados, but it's only a 5% chance. So, excuse me. So it is rare, but it's possible. Since it's rather rare, I think I'm gonna hold off on it for now. I'm not gonna sit here and just fish for the next 10,000 years. Oh, okay, that's why I haven't run into one. So Azurill is in this area, but it's only a 1% chance. I don't know why a baby Pokemon is a 1% chance encounter rate here, but let's see if I can run into one. This trick I'm doing here with the D-pad, it can get you encounters in the old games, but I think it might not work in this game. Unless I'm being stupid, which I probably am. Whoopa! Sorry, Lord Whooper, but you're not with my target right now. Pardon me. It's a 1% chance in this grass, though. Is it easier to find the other grass? It's a 5% chance in Area 5. Am I in Area 5? No, that's 6. So this is Area 5 over here. It's stupid of me to be doing this right now because I'm giving up on finding Gyarados, which is a 5% encounter rate, to find Azurill, another 5% encounter rate. Okay, here's the correct list here. So for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, with the binoculars, every day you can find these Pokemon here. They're pretty much the same encounters as per usual, but these are the unique ones. Golduck, Roselia, Staravia, Skorupi, Krogunk, and Carnivine. You can also find some other Pokemon here, like what we've seen in the binoculars earlier, like Meryl, Wooper, Azurill, Bidoof. But those are the pre-national decks. Once you actually get the national decks, you can find a much wider variety, including evolved Pokemon like Drapion and Toxicroak. One thing I think I can mention now is that in the original DS games, in the Great Marsh, if you have Pokemon Fire Red inserted into the Game Boy slot of a regular DS while looking through the binoculars and playing to the Great Marsh, you have a chance of finding an Arbok in the grass. Which Arbok isn't too terribly good, but it is pretty interesting. That is what is called the dongle method, and there's actually a lot of Pokemon that you can find using that. Some of them include a Gengar in the Old Chateau, which I haven't explored yet. a a Growlithe on Route 1 or 2, I believe, and much more. And it's actually really cool that you can find so much Pokemon using just that one method. We're coming up on a little bit of time here, so I'm not going to spend too much longer in the Great Marsh. I think I got everything I'm able to get now without using the what's it called? Dowsing machine. But the dowsing machine in this game is so fickle or finicky. It's tough to use for me personally. It's tough, but I can get used to it at some point. But because it's so tough to use, I don't know if I can really rely on it to get every item. If there's something I'm missing that's important, I'll go back and get it. But I think I do have everything though. There is a rare candy I can get here, which I might get on my own time. There's a toxic plate, which I might show off. There's a nugget. So yeah, there's a fair bit of hidden items in this area. If I run out of steps now, I'll go back and get them. I probably will, because I think I've done a few steps in this. Yep, there we go. But from what I'm seeing here, I think I got everything I want to get, pretty much. And the only items that I really need are in the top area. I'm not going to worry too much about getting Azurill and Gyarados now, because Gyarados is an easy evolution if I really want to do that. And Azurill, if I can get a Sea Incense, I can breed a Marill and a Azumarill to get one. So yeah, not too much stress. Let me see if I can actually work this dowsing machine now. Gonna have it to the side, because all the items should be up here on the area 1 and 2. If I can somehow find a Noctowl. Not a Noctowl. If I can somehow find a Azurill now, I'll go for it. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm worrying so much about an Azurill anyway. It's not even really that good. I already have a Marill, so why would I want to evolve one? I mean, there could be some moves that Azurill gets that Marill does not, which it probably does. Something like Charm, maybe? But at the end of the day, I don't think Azumarill would really need a move like Charm. Stuff like Egg moves, I think, or like Aqua Jet, you can easily breed onto a Marill. I did not mean to throw more mud at it. It's running. Yep. But on this side, another Noctowl? Bibarel. The Noctowl was Bibarel's friend. I made it mad, so now it wants revenge. As I was saying, though, there should be a rare candy here somewhere. It's at the northwest corner. Oh, that should be it right there. There it is. Pardon me. So that's the rare candy. The toxic plate should be up here. There is a parasol lady in this area too, and the toxic plate should be in the trees above her. I don't know if they actually managed to fix it in this game or if it's a design choice, but in the original Diamond and Pearl, you could not find plates. Excuse me. You could not find type plates used in Dowsing Machine. Could be wrong about that, but okay. You can see here now that the small ring where you poke it here on the Poketch, if it does that, that means there is an item nearby. And there's the item. Encounters. Excuse me. And it should be up here. Yep, there it is. Toxic plate. So it is available with the Dowsing Machine. 2 make matter, 3 make spirit, shaping the world. I wonder who that could be referring to. It's our Lord and Savior Bebarrel. That's who it's referring to. We are not worthy. Goodbye. Okay, so the last item I'm looking for should be down south. Quag. I don't have a quag yet, so I'm gonna catch you, Quag. It's not gonna catch. I knew it. He is angry. He is beside himself with anger. Yeet. It's not gonna catch now either. Prove me wrong. No nickname. Okay, it says here it's in the trees northeast of the large eastern pond. I don't think this is it, but I'm gonna check. Because this is the northeast, but I think this is still area 2. Ooh. Okay. Is this it? Yep. There it is. Okay, I think I'm getting used to this new dowsing machine now. It was tough to use before because I tried using it while I was moving, and the way the dowsing machine is in this game is that you still have to use the D-pad to accurately get the item, but there's a general area where it should be, and if you do use the circle pad or the thumbstick, whatever you want to call it, it does you can still find it, but it's a bit more less accurate. It's a bit more less accurate. Ah, Jesus. My commentary's bad, I know, and I'm sorry. But that should be it for now. If you don't want to waste all your steps in this area, if you just want to leave, you can. Just go back out to the exit area, and they'll let you out. They'll let you out. And yeah, you can just come out right here. They'll say we have still have time left, but I think we're done for now. I say we're done. I pressed the no before, that's why. Because as you can tell, I'm very smart. And this egg is still not hatched. Doesn't even seem close. I don't think I even have any fire types to speed up the process. I mean, I have Monferno, but I don't have anything with Flame Body or Magma Armor. If you have any Pokemon with Flame Body or Magma Armor, you can actually reduce the amount of time it takes to hatch an egg. So keep that in mind. And I don't think I have one. I can check in the menu, but I'm already here. And here it is. 7 Pokemon. Not the best bounty in the world, but it's something. Let's check them out for a second. Brave, which is not bad for an Azumarill with huge power. And it already has Play Rough and Bounce. It's actually a pretty good moveset for an Azumarill, or a Marill. Not the best nature, but it is what it is. I'm not going to use this thing anyway. Timid's a good nature for a special attacker like Golduck. Well, Golduck can be mixed, so it's not bad, but it's a good nature as well. A lot of good natures today. Lack, I think, is... it's alright. Quirk is neutral with dry skin. Yeah, and there we go. This Elegant here is still to evolve for Riku, but I don't want to keep him waiting for it because he is waiting for an Electivire. But I'm sure he wouldn't mind waiting a little bit longer. I'm gonna hatch this egg first, then level up his Elekid, so I can give it to him. And by that time, I should be ready for the next team member. Which, since we have Defog now, apparently the Pokemon I'm looking to get next is available once I get Defog, which I have now. But I think I'll hold off on that for a little while longer. I'll try looking for it now, actually. Contradicting myself. Okay, so I'll probably stream a little bit, hunting for my next team member, and then if I can find it, I'll add it to the team, and then next episode you guys will see on the team screen here. But with everything said and done, we spent a good amount of time in the Great Marsh, exploring everything, getting all the items, and even getting a new TM, or field move. So, I think with everything said and done, we'll call it an episode. And I'll see you guys next time. We take on, not the Pastoria Gym, we'll take on the surrounding areas, maybe maybe hatch this egg here, and hopefully even with our new team member as well. So, stuttering and lack of English aside, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out. Have a good day.